So what's going on, everybody? My name is Eric, the Sound Gamer, and today we are going to play Dark Souls 3. So just a little quick background for me. Not a big Souls player, well, not in the past. I love Bloodborne, but other than that, really have not had very much exposure to any of the Dark Souls games. And so this, more than a playthrough, is going to be more like a struggle through, or shall we call it a die through, perhaps. But it will ultimately be just, you know, me going through my first Souls game, essentially, besides Bloodborne, but that's an entirely different game. So my goal for this struggle through, as I'm going to call it, is to be as genuine as possible. Because I know it is going to be a harsh learning curve for me, both doing and recording a solo playthrough and just actually playing this game in general. So it's going to be two difficult learning curves back to back. And so to continue what I was saying, this is going to be ugly, more or less, for at least the first couple segments, where I'm both learning this game and, you know, learning how to continually talk while I play. So R1 free attack. Yeah, R2 strong attack. Target lock and release. Alright, we can already see my Blades of Mercy habit coming into effect there. Just swinging. Multiple swings when I really didn't need to, like right there. That's a habit that I'm gonna have to break. Ashen Estus Flask. Alright. So I'm gonna have to kind of refamiliarize myself with these controls. So backstab, critical hits, more or less. L2 for parry, R1 for riposte after successful parry. That's L2. Alright, let's try it. Really want to try it. So I'm used to the parry riposte with the gun in Bloodborne. And so let's see if I can... Yep, and there's the multiple swings once again. God, that is going to be a rough learning curve. A rough habit to break, rather. So, L plus R1 is kick. Ooh. I'm going to kick this guy. Oh. Timed that wrong, but here we go. It's a fading soul, so I'm guessing that gives me souls when I use it. Two-handed right weapon. Ooh. I heard you. Oh man. So that guy snuck up on me. Let me just read this again. Alright. So yeah, so that's going to be already a different piece for me there. Triangle for me has always been heal. Turn back. Oh. Not going to listen to that. That means there's something good up here. And so, when it comes to Souls games, that guy looks menacing. I'm a little bit late to the party here, obviously, being, I think at the time of recording this, it's about a month after the game was released. Yeah, I don't think I want to mess with that guy at all yet. And so I've been doing a very good job of kind of keeping myself completely just closed away from any Dark Souls playing, any real Dark Souls 3 lore. I caught up a little bit on Dark Souls 2 lore, just so I kind of have an idea of what's going on, more or less, though I'm still very, very ignorant as to what is even happening in the story for the most part. But I did do a good job of not knowing anything about this game prior to playing. And so, all of this is an absolute mystery, and this comes back to my saying that I'm hoping that this is genuine, and I know for a fact I'm going to die my first death right here, so might as well go ahead and get it over with, unless he reset, which looks like he did. Well, I lucked out then. Oh really? You're just gonna reset to right there and then see me again? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna die here, I think. Oh look, another path I didn't go down. Already playing this does feel quite a bit like Bloodborne in terms of just gameplay speed. Now in terms of Souls games, I guess saying that I have absolutely zero experience with the Souls series itself is inaccurate, because I did play a little bit of Scholar of the Last Sin. Not enough to where I would really say that I actually played that game, since it is such a minuscule amount, but it was enough to where I could tell just how clunky that game was compared to Bloodborne. Ow. Come on. Let me somehow pull this off here. I think I can pull this off. But yeah, Sword and Board is very counterintuitive for me. It when I did try to play Dark Souls 2, I went for a swordsman class, and that was very difficult to play, just because I was trying to play it like Bloodborne, and it is just so much slower and clunkier that it just was not working very well for me. Well, this is actually working out pretty well so far. And now I'm seeing where I made the mistake with going swordsman in that game, because Sword and Board is keeping me alive right now. Ooh. I was expecting that to do a lot more damage. Let me get some more energy here. Alright, this is going actually... Oh, and there it is. Well, death number one. Although he is much more manageable than I expected him to be. And the only thing that... Oh, I forgot about this guy already. The only thing that I can say is that I have seen about this game, and that ultimately... was a big factor in why I ended up getting it. Well, I knew eventually I was going to get it, just because since I've played Bloodborne, I have just kind of fallen in love with that suffer through a difficult gameplay that FromSoft is so well known for. But I wasn't sure when I would get it, what the circumstances would be upon getting it, you know, whether I'd even do a playthrough or not with it, or whether I would, oh, there he is, or whether I would just play you know, through it on my own before I even tried doing a playthrough. But I just figured I want to start playthroughs. I need to figure it out at some point. Might as well just suffer through it and see if I can get some people to help me out with comments. But the only thing I have seen for this game up to this point was the I know I can get this guy. I'm gonna go for him. Was the Armor of Thorns, I think it's called, where I did see this just absolutely great video of this guy and a bunch of his friends just all wearing the Armor of Thorns, or I have a bad feeling that that is incorrect, but anyone that knows this game knows what I'm talking about. And they just wait for invaders to come in, and they just all roll into them, and it is probably the funniest thing I've seen in a very long time, and I enjoyed it so much. And that is ultimately what convinced me to purchase this game sooner rather than later. And it also coincided with me having several months of crazy work schedule and meeting deadlines and whatnot, and me having some downtime. So here we are. Come on. Oh, it is very difficult for me to talk through trying to figure out this game combat while while fighting this guy. Now I'm determined to make this happen. There we go. Ooh, all right. Got me a little ice crystal monster. Got nothing. Nothing. Look at that. Look, I'm getting out of that. And here we go. Well, this is definitely not as scary as I had thought it was going to be. Got him right here. There it is. Titanite scale. Alright, well, I have no idea what that is. Let's check this out. This right here. It's a black separation crystal. That is not it. There we go. Titanite scale. Reinforced soul. Transpose weapon to +4. Alright. So, being absolutely complete noob to this game ultimately, not sure how all of the weapons and all of the stats and everything works. If I take the time to sit and learn all of that, I'll probably end up editing it out so that it's just not incredibly boring. But I would like to keep this, again, as genuine as I can. Alright, so we're going to get a little splice edit here. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take a quick call. And so now I'm trying to catch my bearings again. But, yep, as I said, this playthrough is going to be a bit ugly for a good little while, at least while I get my bearings and figure out how this whole struggle-through playthrough thing goes. And actually I'm possibly getting another call any minute now, so we'll see if we get another splice edit. But until then, here we go. So change weapons. Yeah, that's about the same. I think that flips through my flasks. Alright, getting some more familiarity with these controls. So far, I am very much enjoying this game, just because it feels very sharp and it feels so fast-paced compared to my short experience with Dark Souls 2 and my slightly extended experience with Bloodborne. Oh god, Blood Souls, Soulsborne. And so it may get slightly annoying, and I apologize ahead of time if I am just referencing Bloodborne way too much, but that is my main point of reference in terms of these games. So well, there we go, rest. So ultimately I may make a lot of comparisons, but hopefully that wears off as I kind of get more into this game. Oh god. And there's my there's my reaction. Oh, I got hit. Let me hit him back. Yeah, I'm gonna full heal. Try that again. So, the Bloodborne, obviously. You get hit, you have a small period that you can hit back in and do quite a lot of quick damage that heals you. And that is one of the biggest things, gameplay features that I'm going to be... Oh, here we go. If that other one gets up, don't get up, don't get up. Cool. You're a bad guy. Yes, you are. Oh, man. Double swing. So I hear you. I hear two of you. So I hear one to my right and one to my left. The one to my right sounds a little bit closer. Oh, there's both of them. So that worked out. All right. Cool. And on we go. But one of the biggest things that I'm already noticing is just how beautiful this game is, and I'm very much enjoying this. Playing a knight right now. I hear someone behind me. God, surround sound is the best. And already this game, again, just feels so much more enjoyable to me than Dark Souls 2 did. And that's partially why I really did not play very much of that game, is I got burnt out really quick. And just kind of didn't hit that point where you enjoy the game. And I know in terms of, here we go again, in terms of Bloodborne, I really didn't enjoy that game for a good while because it just kind of caught me off guard with how harsh that learning curve was, and just getting through Central Yharnam initially just was such a nightmarish experience for me, and it just kind of, let me see, can I kick him off? And that game really just kind of was, I kept being told just suffer through it, just struggle through it, just struggle through it, and then I got to, dang it, did it again. I got to Father Gascoigne, and that is referred to often as the noob filter for that game, and I saw why. And as soon as I beat him, it was just that sense of satisfaction and that sense of achievement that you get, and then I was just hooked from there, and just subsequently tore through that game and had a blast and just fell in love with it, and it became just one of my all-time favorite games. And I was waiting for that moment That looks ominous. I was waiting for that moment in Dark Souls 2, and it just never really came. I got through what I thought was a noob filter, and still just I never got that same feeling. And then as I exposed myself a little bit more to the Dark Souls world and kind of what people said about Scholar of the First Sin and everything, was that out of all of the Souls games, Dark Souls 2 was their least favorite. And so I've just been hearing great things about 3, and here I am, and I'm already having a blast. So let's see what's going on here. Don't tell me this is just a statue. No, it's not just a statue. What's gonna happen? What do we have here? Thought so. I thought so. Alright, let's see what your mechanics are like. Ooh. That's a big axe that he has there. Ooh. Ouch. Kind of getting an idea of how to beat this guy. Although I'm guessing he's gonna have a phase 2 that's just gonna wreck me as soon as he starts it. Yep. I guess that's it right there. Oh boy. No idea what that is, but that looks... Oh god. I can't tell which way he's facing. That did a good amount of damage. I'm happy with that swing. Come on, come at me. Oh, that was scary. Oh gosh. Probably gotta get tighter on this guy, don't I? Here we go. Boom! Let's see how to get into this. There we go. Hello. Coiled sword. So ember restored. Embrace the flame. Sounds good to me. Alright, so that was not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, and very much enjoyed that fight. And I think this is a good spot to end our first segment here. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you again very soon. And this is Eric signing out for now.